Here we are again, CandyLab fans. So, as just like to give props to the people that helped me out. So this kinderdreams.com.sg, they obviously sell CandyLab cars, and they went out of their way to get me these toys because they didn't list Thailand as a country they ship to. So I'm appreciative of that. I am very hesitant to open this box because historically this brand just has real problems with their quality control. Partially because of the packaging. It just doesn't make sense. It looks fantastic though, don't get me wrong. This is like embossed lettering here, and then it's glossy black and matte white. It's glossy and matte at the same time. But I know inside this is a real wood veneer, so that might be peeling off, and then there's probably going to be some paint missing and scratches and stuff because, again, the quality control. So here's a little blurb about this thing. Okay. Alright. This is for 3-year-old kids, and it weighs 320 grams ish, and it's on 129 scale, so that's good to know. And then it does meet child safety standards. And some distribution there, and okay, a couple things on the bottom. So we got this shoebox packaging. Oh, and this is the scary part. This is cardboard. Cardboard paper is abrasive, right? So, see? All this white and blue is the paint from that surfboard, right? So, if you look up the definition of packaging, I believe it's to protect a product to get to the customers. But this is literally damaging the product. So here's another issue. I think this is the old style packaging. It's in a cradle. So as you see, the cradle being paper, it totally took off that green paint there. And then there's probably a bunch of paint. Yep, there's some paint residue here and over there. So they went to like a different card with a rubber band to help alleviate this problem. So still, I paid full price for this thing, and if it's going to be horrible, I'm going to let you guys know, at least on this one, right? Unless they release it again with new packaging. Alright, looking at the bottom here, it does say CandyLab, designed in Brooklyn, and some sort of lot number. So very much like the, what is it, a White Beast, which is basically a Lincoln Continental. It has a center wood block, and that's how they get the tires recessed. And then the side plates are covering up most of that tire, so it's pretty cool. This little metal thing is, I think, for a rubber band for the tow truck to tow this thing. So here's an issue now. This side, you can see how tight, well, that's gappy there, but you can see right here how tightly glued this is. But you can see this whole side, there's an air gap, and then look at that. That's pretty gappy. So that could have been done better. So what's neat is there's a magnetic surfboard. Pleasantly, even though there's a lot of paint in that box, this paint was thick enough that it still looks normal. So I'm very shocked that white stripe is still fully intact. Well, I guess if I were to nitpick, yeah, it's not fully intact. See, a lot of blue is starting to come through because all that white is on the cardboard. Still, at least it's still fine for me. I'm okay with it. What's really interesting though is there's a magnet in here, and I don't understand how it's in there. Like, it looks like what, you can see the wood grain. I don't see any sort of circle, any cutout on either side, so I don't know how they put these magnets in there. I don't see any indication of wood filler putty, you know? Okay. Now this is some sort of rubbery life ring or something, life safety ring. And it's stained to heck because it was just rattling around in that packaging. So if you buy any toys from like Bandai or model kits, everything is plastic bagged separately so they don't scratch each other during shipping. So these two things would ideally be in plastic bags to prevent themselves from scratching the other parts, right? So luckily these two look okay. Well, let's get to the car. It's got candy grip tires. They're 18 by 9, so I think the wheels are 18 millimeters and the tires are 9 wide. It does still have canted wheels, so you can see hopefully they're canted like this way. Well, this line is what the wheels are. The axles are going in perpendicular to this line. And actually, before I forget, it is a rolling toy. Yeah, it rolls. It doesn't seem to roll as well as the other ones, but it still rolls because it's so heavy. Alright, so now, as mentioned, wood veneer. It's wood with a sticker, right? So I'm not sure how this passes safety standards, because a kid could just grab that, chew on it, and then choke on it, right? So, well, that's an issue. Long term, you gotta. I don't know what's gonna happen. Long term, it's just gonna peel off, but I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. See, look at this. It's peeling up here. If I'm sure they used a pretty strong glue, but stickers just don't work really on almost any toys. That's why most toy companies use tampo prints, right? They print paint because paint doesn't peel up, but stickers always do. So that said, I will say the stickers laid on pretty well. There's a little bit of green showing here, but it's going along the top ridge very nicely. And on this side, it's, well, no. Unfortunately, I think some of it's gone. I don't know if it's just poorly cut, but clearly, it's tapering off here. So I think it was just poorly cut. It wasn't cut as well as it should, or yeah, maybe this end should have been pushed up more. I don't know. So that's not the greatest. So it's nice to have real wood, but at the same time, if this was to look better, I think they should skip the wood veneers and just print on a fake wood pattern using brown paints, a dark brown and a lighter brown on top of it, or vice versa, with one of them having a wood grain, and so that wouldn't peel off. Alright, well, let's move on. So going to the front end, well, this side's nice and tightly glued. This one's a little gappy, but I guess it's acceptable. You can see the end grained here of the wood. A little bit of denting, not quite enough paint to make it smooth. Oh, yeah, a wood chip there. So I don't know where that came from, but it's, yeah, missing paint. Okay, I will say the cabin is nicely glued down. Wood warps, so I'm actually surprised that that's glued so straight. One piece should have warped versus the other. But yeah, a little paint chip missing from there. You gotta accept that kind of defect. Paint chip missing there. This side's actually pretty good, amazingly good. Bunch of paint chips here. Let me get a Q-tip here. Yeah, I just took off a little extra paint, but there's a lot of grime. So, I don't know if this grime means this thing is used. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Is this a used product or is it new? So this is the problem when you have a package that can be opened without knowing, right? It's not good for collectability to sell products at full new price and then your customers think it's used. I honestly don't know, but it seems weird that they would have so much dirtiness straight from the factory, right? Okay, well, you can see, yeah, there's some staining here from the surfboard. Yeah, it's picking up a little bit, and then also here that cardboard left some of its ink or something. Same here. See, look at this Q-tip. That's not white anymore. So that's, I guess, why they went to the newer packaging. But I've opened many with the newer packaging, and they still have a lot of paint scratching issues because they really just need to take this whole thing and put it into a plastic bag. That would alleviate a lot of their problems, I think. Alright, well, the back end we have, this side looks like it's tampo printed. This side's a little wavy, so I don't know. I don't know if they're using masking tape and just brushing it by hand, or if there's literally a machine with a tampo pad. It's weird, it looks like two different processes here, but it's nice to have some taillight details. Could have had none. And I like this little kick here of the bumper area, and also, well, that's kind of a smooth transition. Maybe not. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. It's a little bit of a ledge there, but that's fine. No indication of headlights, of course. I think they did that by choice. Well, actually, all in all, the only glaring issue is I think maybe that little paint chip because it's just in the wrong spot. If it was chipped on the bottom, it wouldn't matter. But that's such a interesting little chamfers here. That's such a visible area, and what's hard is I can't match this paint. I can't touch that up because this is a funky lime green color. And then yeah, long term, this wood veneer, yeah, a little bit missing there, and then the fact that it's just gonna peel off later. Alright, well, that's par for the course for this brand, I would say. That amount of defects seems to be the average. I don't even know why they would include this. I can understand the skateboard because it's magnetized. But this thing, it's not magnetic at all, and it really can't fit on anything. So this seems like a waste of money. I don't even understand why you would throw that in there. It's just staining the product. In itself it's stained. It looks pretty dirty. Maybe if they had like a little I don't know, something to hold it there. Although I don't know who travels like that with their car, but nah, forget it. We're just get rid of that. Okay, well I do have this other wagon called a Woody Redo, and this one's got a bunch of paint that was missing and touched up, I think, at the factory because it's color matches, but so that's unfortunate. It also has a magnetized surfboard and the wood veneer again, but it's again peeling up, so the wood veneer stuff, maybe you want to avoid that. But it's clearly a totally different station wagon. And then this other one I have is the ambulance, and I added this sticker from a different set. I guess this one is close to perfect. Just a minor little chips and stuff of paint from the, but nothing majorly wrong on this one, so I'm quite happy. This ambulance, and again, totally get different cutting, totally different designs we have going on amongst these three. Alright, well, I guess I'm okay with this one. It's not perfect, of course, but it's not a total train wreck either. I guess at some point maybe I'll just repaint the whole thing. Once this glue goes really bad, I'm just going to strip off that wood stuff, repaint the whole thing one color, and then I could easily paint on those taillights. That's not rocket science. You just got to have a little masking tape and red paint. And because the wheels are recessed anyways, I could just plug up those things with some tape or putty and just cover this whole thing in a new color. But that'll come later. Alright, so anyways, just wanted to give you a heads up on the quality of these things. This one seems to be about average as far as the quality issues go with this brand. So if you're looking for something nicer, I think you might want to skip wood toys in general. I think wood is probably not the best medium to make something look nice. But if you're going to give this stuff to your kid, which I think is sacrilegious, it's too nice for that, but they're going to bash them up, and they're good for the planet. Eventually if you throw this away, only those 4 wheels are really going to pollute us in our brains and bodies. The rest will just deteriorate as it should. Well, technically the paint is probably acrylic too. Alright, well anyways, it's still better than a solid plastic toy as far as future pollution. I'm a hippie. Alright, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.